Hello, 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 folks. I'm back. I'm back. It's Swedish Sunday, and we have got, I'm going to call him Epic Erik now. He is epic. We're going to call him that. My Way. I've been looking forward to doing this one. I love a bit of Frank Sinatra. Who doesn't? And he's got a great voice, and he sang it really well. And I was thinking about My Way. How much attention do you actually pay to the lyrics when you hear it? And I think it's like this with a lot of songs that Erik has redone. I wouldn't say covered. He's redone, reimagined, and they're all usually have a great strong piece of emotion in them, and they always make you think about the lyrics more, I think. And I think because his diction is so good, and I found this with like Tommy as well, and other people whose English is their second language, quite often their diction is so precise when they're singing, and you can hear every word and you can understand every word, which I don't find very often with with some of our bands. I struggle, and I used to as a younger person. You don't really pay attention anyway. You're listening to the rhythm more than anything, the music itself. And you can't always hear what they're singing. You can't always hear the lyrics. So I find it always refreshing with Tommy and with Erik that you can understand every single word. Even though I put the lyrics up, it's nice to have them up, but I don't need them with them because I can understand every word. So I kind of concentrate more on the lyrics with these guys. And it's cool. I'm looking forward to this to see, because he's going to put emotion. I know he's going to put emotion into this. Just seeing the imagery from the video, you can see that I don't know if he's watched The Seventh Seal, but he's pulling out scenes from that where he's playing death. He's playing chess with death. So you kind of get the imagery he's portraying there and what he's putting across, that you are up against death, and ultimately you're not going to win this. Death will win in the end. We can't do anything about that, and it's one thing we all have in common. Whatever other differences we have, we're all going to die. So I am expecting this to be a kind of reflection on his life, and possibly a bit of defiance in there, that because it's called My Way. I did it my way. Anyway, stop waffling. Let's get on with this. I'm looking forward to it. I apologise for the long ramble at the beginning, but yeah, let's do it.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I traveled each and every highway, and much more than this, I did it my way.
Right, before we go on, that was such a tender start to that. So tender and gentle, and sort of it's nice to see him in a suit, doing his suit jacket up. It's like he's preparing himself for this experience he's about to have. He's preparing himself for the end. It feels like he knows what he's up against, and it feels that there's a bit of a little an intentional, not unintentional, not saying it's bad, but there's a little wobble on his vibrato, that kind of giving a bit of vulnerability here, that this is a big thing he's up against. I mean, it's a major thing that's about to happen, and he's preparing himself for it, and we've got that tender start, and it's beautiful with just that piano line accompanying him. I love it. Let's carry on.
Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each shot at course careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall and did it my way.
Okay, one more pause and I'll leave it to the end. Yeah, that bit about regrets, I've had a few. I put that and I thought, what did it hit me with? It's starting to get like a bit stronger. We're getting a stronger piano line, and he's starting to kind of like, actually, I've got that initial vulnerability, but now I'm kind of looking back and thinking about things and what I've done and what I could have done differently. And it's like anything, isn't it? You regret stuff, and I'm with him on that. There's things that I regret, but then you think, well, if I hadn't done it that way, would I be where I am now? I wouldn't be the person I am now if I'd done things differently. And I look at that and think, God, I regret this, I regret that. But then I think, no, because then I might not have met John. I might not be in the position I'm in. I might not be here and happy. And I think it happens. You have to just deal with things the best you can at the time, without hindsight, without looking back thinking, oh, well, that was wrong. But at the time, you deal with things the best you can. And you might do things that later you think, I shouldn't have handled it that way. But, we're all human. We're all flawed. We do what we can. I'm liking it's building, and you can feel the building. That the piano line, as I said, is getting stronger, and you can feel we're building up to stuff, and we're about to go a bit more here. I also liked the bit where he was singing, there were times I'm sure you knew, and he's looking directly at death when he says that, as though, you're the one, you've watched me all this time, you're coming for me now, you know what I've done in my life, you know everything I've done. Yeah, it's definitely hitting differently, I think, having this imagery with it. And I think if you just heard him singing, it wouldn't be as good as it is having the video there. I mean, his voice is fantastic. It's always fantastic. We're so tender and gentle, but I'm waiting for him to start raging in a minute. I think he's going to really be like, okay, I'm getting stronger in my convictions. I've done this, and what else could I have done? I had to do the best I could. And he's going to be like full on in a minute. But yeah, I still think without the video imagery, that's so strong. And I'm glad he went this route, and it's an interesting route to go, and it's a cool route. And it's got that mystical feel with the smoke and everything in the video. I'm just looking at it now with that smoke that's a kind of around death at the moment, but not him. I love it. Let's carry on. I'm not going to interrupt again. I'm going to let it run to the end and try and remember stuff I want to talk about.
I've loved, I've laughed and cried.
Okay.
I've had my fill, my share of losing. And now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that. And may I say, not in a shy way, oh no, my way.
Wow. Okay. Oh, whew. I'm very emotional there. Okay. Yeah, it did build. I feel like I want to just cry at that. We got the drums coming in. We got it really picking up. The piano was there, but it was faded out a bit in the background. We got strings in the background, and then we just got raw emotion from him, as though he's raging against it. And then right at the end, we go back to that gentle tone, as though, okay, I've had my little shout. I couldn't have done anything else. I've done it my way, and I'm accepting that that's it now. It's time to go. Whew, I really like that. I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. I might have to pause this and come back in a minute. That was so good. That was so good, Erik. He just gets better and better, and it's always interesting to see what he comes out with next. And I'm very interested to see what original stuff he comes out with. That's going to be interesting to see where he's going with it. But I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to say the links are in the description. Please go and give this a like. It really deserves it, and he deserves all the support. If you like this, please consider giving me a thumbs up, at least to stop me crying. And let me know in the comments what you thought. I'm sure most of you watching this have already watched his video and have watched lots of reactions. But yeah, let me know what you thought and how it affected you. I saw some comments on the Discord which were very moving, and it obviously hit hard with people. But that's cool. It brings us all together, and it's good that music should make you feel something. In this case, I really enjoyed it, but it's really hit me emotionally. Anyway, I'm out of here. Have a good day, folks. Be good. If you can't be good, be careful. I will see you very soon. Bye for now.